Morning guys, and today I would like to keep the video brief. It's basically just going over why you should sign a contract. I was speaking to a contractor such as myself, a cement contractor, and he had come across a problem with a person paying. So the story goes like this. The parties involved is a homeowner, and the homeowner is the person that owns the house. They're renovating an old house. The general contractor is the person that was hired by the homeowner to oversee the entire project. And the subcontractor is the person I spoke to, who was the cement contractor. So, first of all, the subcontractor works for the general contractor on a regular basis. So the general contractor called him for a price for a project. They went, they looked at the job, they looked at the plans, and they gave a price. No proposal was written. So now the job begins, and it's wintertime. And this job is going on a couple of weeks before the big snowfall we had back at the end of January. So now with that being said, they proceed to do the job. They have to do a retaining wall, a concrete wall, and they don't put a footing. Now that is not according to New York City building code. All retaining walls need a footing. So they don't put a footing. And it really wasn't deep enough, and the homeowner called them out on it, but they poured it anyway. So they said, this is what was in the contract, this is what we're doing. So now the walls are poured. So now they begin to do the next phase of the job, which is the driveway. So now they're going to pour the driveway, and it's a couple of days before the big snow that we had. So they pour the concrete, and it starts snowing on Friday. They pour the concrete Thursday. They covered it with plastic, not the concrete blankets, no hay. They just covered it with 4 mil plastic, and they left the driveway. So now we get 30 inches of snow, or 26 inches, something to that effect. And that's now sitting on fresh concrete that's a day old. So now, flash forward, it's time to get paid, and the woman is refusing to pay, the homeowner, the husband and wife. And they refuse to pay on the grounds that the job was not done according to New York City building code or according to plan. So their response is, well, we did the job that we proposed in our contract. And they say, what proposal? What signed contract? And they don't have one. And they refuse to pay the bill. They say the wall is not deep enough, there's no footing, and the driveway was poured the day before snow, and it's not going to hold up, it's going to fall apart. So they refuse to pay. And so the end result is either you go to court and lose, or you take the money that the homeowner offered, which was just basically the materials and labor for the job, no profit. So I told him, the subcontractor, to take it. I don't know where the general contractor falls in this. I've never heard him mentioned after the initial proposal, but I just want to reiterate a situation like this. And his argument was, I'm sorry to conclude, his argument was the homeowners were pushing us to finish the job before the big snow. And the homeowner claims there was no rush, that they were rushed by the subcontractor so they can finish the job and get paid. So basically, what I want to conclude in summary here is, a story like this, if it goes to court, if you're the contractor, you are going to lose. You are never going to win this. You need a signed contract, number one. Number two, you need a proposal stating exactly what's going to be done and a payment schedule. You should not be owed the entire balance of the job when it concludes if you're supplying the material, even if you're just supplying the labor and you're working for a private owner and not a builder. Builders tend to pay at the end of the job, and that's just the way it goes. But with homeowners, private job like that, you should be getting the payment schedules, draws as you go along. And if there was a concern about a footing below a wall, then the wall should have been taken down, and I mean removing the forms, not cement poured, and you should dig deeper and put a footing and just say, well, this is going to cost X amount of dollars more. And if you outline it in your proposal and they agree to it and sign a contract, then they cannot say later, well, we didn't know there was no footing, or we didn't know the cement was this. And you have everything laid out and you're protected. And the same thing goes for if they make you pour in inclement conditions. Sometimes people will push, and that could very well be true, that the homeowner was pushing the subcontractor to finish the job. And if that's the case and you feel the weather is not good for cement or exterior work, anything you're doing, and you should outline that on a separate contract that states, owner is aware this is not good weather to be doing this job, but we're going to go ahead anyway, and any responsibility is on the owner themselves if this concrete should fail. So this is just a case in point. I wanted to reiterate with you. The story was told to me a couple of days ago, and I wanted to share it with you because I felt it was very important that you get a contract signed. I know it's a pain in the butt, and I know when you're doing the job, it's tough to get a change order signed, but you must do all of these things, because in the event that you have to go to court and you have to present a case to a judge, you have to be able to show that that the customers were aware of everything that was going on that job, and they agreed to it, and then they have no leg to stand on. Guys, any questions, comments, please post them in the comments. I'd be excited to hear from you. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks. Take care.